we are at a crossroads because we want to develop, and we have a development blueprint called Vision 2030. But there seems to be a disconnect between balancing the development needs with the conservation part, because we want to do things quickly. We want to see the development here and now, and then the environment says you have to think about the long term. You have to think about sustainability. There is the High Grand Falls Dam, whose construction is starting. We did give the recommendation that for the dam to be done in a way not to affect the downstream populations that depend on the river Tana. It needs the dam for production of hydropower needs to be done at the same time as a regulating reservoir downstream of the main dam of the hydropower dam, so that the regulating reservoir can help regulate water flow, especially during the period of filling up the hydropower dam, to make sure that downstream of the dam we do not have like drought conditions, permanent drought conditions. And especially for the sake of the people who live at the end of the river, the people who live in Tana River. But now you see the dam, the hydro dam is starting. There is no talk about the regulating reservoir. In fact, in the feasibility studies, the regulating reservoir was envisaged to be constructed 10 years after the main dam, which would actually be catastrophic for downstream communities. So you see, the focus is on power, electricity for Nairobi. And so yeah, the main dam. But the second one is mainly for environmental reasons. And then you see, then it becomes, it's no longer a priority now, because it's not the main thing. You know, the main thing is power. It's not environment. Well, we have the standard gauge railway, and especially the bit about traversing the Nairobi National Park. We know how long the park has been in place, and I would want to imagine that past governments and past initiatives, they avoided the park not because they wouldn't have liked to go in there. Maybe there were opportunities for some projects to go through the park, but the desire to maintain it as a crown in the jewel, as a unique place, the only national park which is within a capital city in the world, and the diversity of life therein. And so for us now to decide, okay, let's start there. I don't know what else might happen in the future. But even if nothing else happens, it's gonna be different. It's no longer going to be that undisturbed wilderness in the city. When our children and great grandchildren go there, it's gonna be different. There's going to be a railway across the park. So there is that one. You see, we have to develop, but we have to think of the long-term implications, because the environment is what supports the development. And sometimes, even in this country of ours, we have seen well-intentioned projects which overlooked the environment, and then the project is completed and then it really doesn't work because of that thing that we overlooked. We've seen hydropower stations which have never functioned at full capacity because they were done with disregard to the environment. And so if we factor in the environment and we put it at the center, it is going to be, actually we will have better development. over a longer term.